Welcome back. For our next segment, we have a very special segment in store for you guys right now. We actually have two people from two different groups coming together to create one special event that's going to be happening in February. So let's get right into it, guys. I think we have a lot to talk about. So we have Joseph and Christine. Now, what group are you from, Joseph?
I'm from, I have a band called the Rebelljo Band, and it's called the 20 Africa Rebelljo project that I have.
Christina?
I'm with Exhibit Africa.
Okay.
It's a promotion and events company, and we've been around for the last 6 years. So we do partnerships with different members from the community, including the Rebelljo Band that we're doing partnership with next year.
So one of the beautiful things about Mississauga and the Peel region is all the different cultures that we have here.
That's
So how did you guys come together to work as one?
Should I answer?
You
that?
can answer, yeah. I was looking at both of you guys. I'm like, we'll let you answer.
Well, for those who know me, I'm out there into the social media scene, so I like to know what's going on within the community. So as I was going through the social media, I came to know Joe and his band. I checked him out. I was really impressed by what they do because he does a whole range of music, including East African vibes, which is Swahili music.
Mm-hmm.
So I got in touch with him just to see if there's if we can do something together for the community.
Joe, how did you feel to know that somebody's reaching out from you from a different community and to showcase your talent?
Oh, I felt great. Yeah,
Yeah.
felt great. It was good.
So now you guys have an event coming up sometime in February. Why don't we talk a little bit about it?
That's right. So Joe and I came to we have plans of going to Africa, do a tour in the East African region. That's Kigali, which is in Rwanda, Kampala, which is in Uganda, Nairobi, which is in Kenya, and Dar es Salaam, which is in Tanzania. So it's that East African region. And because he does Swahili music, which is one of the common language there, we thought it would be a brilliant idea to get together, put the tour together, and do some performances, and also a culture. It's like a cultural exchange program, because the Rebelljo Band does a whole range of music, including some Canadian rock and roll.
Right.
So we thought it would be a nice thing to go blend the Canadian, some of that Canadian music, plus with the African music in Swahili. So that's why we're doing this partnership.
Well, it's educational also for the people in Africa, what happens here in Canada.
That's right.
So it's funny, the Raptors president, Masai Ujiri,
Yes.
he did a documentary called Giants of Africa, and he's talking about all these kids in Africa with all this talent and all this potential that nobody sees. And it was a very moving documentary. So why is it important for you to go back home to do this?
Well, I'll let Joe explain a little bit about that.
Okay, go ahead, Joe.
I went back in 2014 December with a band, my band, and I went on a special project. It's called 20 Africa Rebelljo. I support an addiction recovery school there, and we went to get awareness for the school so that they get support, you know, from the local and the international world. And so that's when I met Christine and we started talking about it, and I said, yeah, I've been there already, you know, on my own on a project, so to partner with her would be great in a project. So that's, you know, that's why I want to go back and mix cultures of Canadian, you know, music with Tanzanian music. I know most of the musicians there too, so.
Well, it's
I know
funny because
them,
I think
yeah.
music is a universal language.
Yeah.
I think like even if you don't understand what the words are, and there's a music playing, you could always somehow, some way just jive to that music.
The rhythm moves you.
Yes, yeah, the rhythm moves you.
The
girl.
rhythm moves you.
Preach.
Yeah.
So now we have some pictures we're going to go to.
Yes.
I would love to actually, I believe we have that all queued up. We're going to go to some pictures. I'd just like for you guys to talk a little bit about the pictures and what's happening in them.
Okay.
Okay, first picture. Now this looks like it's a great happening party. What's happening?
Well, this is we were at the Cancan Expo, which took place in Mississauga, and we were invited. So Exhibit Africa went to showcase. We had some books, and we also we got together with some of the exhibitors because this year was our 6th anniversary. So we invited them for a piece of, you know, cake to celebrate our 6th anniversary. So that's what this picture is all about.
Awesome.
Yes. I'll let Joe.
Joe, talk to me, buddy.
Yeah, this is part of the band that went to Tanzania Jonathan on the left, Rick Spider second left of me, and I'm on the right. Larry couldn't make it, but we had another drummer with us, and so when we came back, we did a show here, or the style of music that we played in Tanzania.
Now, the members of the group that were in there, they aren't African.
No.
So have they ever been there? And
Three of them. The other two went with me. Yeah.
What was your experience like?
Oh, it was something else besides the music. You know, seeing the country was an experience. They never thought they would see in their lives. Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
Yeah, it was great.
I think for me, I'm more afraid of the flight because it's just a long flight.
Oh yeah, 2 days.
Oh yeah, no, that's a tough one for me.
Yeah.
So, mind you, Roger said they're going to send me, I would go.
That's all work.
So let me ask you guys a question. Both of you guys can answer this.
Yes.
I think sometimes there's a myth that Africa is a lot poorer and a lot more run down, and there's not much beautiful sides to Africa. Joe, can you talk a little bit about that? How's it like down there for people that are at home watching that don't really know?
Well, there's a very rich side and there's a very poor side. You know, that's it. It's not, you know, there's the middle class is. As here we are sort of middle class is there, but there could be a very poor side of things and very rich. So
now there's rich in culture though, right? Let's talk a little bit about the culture.
Yeah.
The culture is very,
very
rich.
rich,
Yes.
yeah.
Express a little bit about the culture.
Well, and I'm going to add a little bit more to it. Yeah. So, one of the reasons that I actually started Exhibit Africa was for that reason. I think the presentation that we see. That side of poor Africa,
Yes.
nothing really nice seems to come from Africa. But there is actually a lot. There is a lot that hasn't been exposed when it comes to culture. Going back to your point, for instance, Africa has about over 3,000 ethnicities, and most of these ethnicities have different way of talking, dancing. When it comes to the dressing, the food, and the music as well, right? So there is a lot that the continent has to share. And we're only doing a portion of that, right? So that's why we're getting together. We're doing partnerships with groups like Joe to showcase some of that, both on the Canadian and on the African side as well.
So I got to wrap this up.
Yes.
But I would love for both of you guys to come back closer to February to kind of talk a little bit more about the event, get some more details out there. Because I feel like this is just the beginning of our conversation. It's just to raise awareness. So we'll see you guys next time right here on The Local View.
Thanks for having us.